Hi, I'm Emily and I'm 26 this year. Since young, I've always wanted to become a singer. When I was 15, I was introduced to someone who promised that she can bring me overseas to fulfill my dream. I could even help provide money for my family at the same time. Little did I know, that was the beginning of a living nightmare. I became a victim of forced labour, and that's just one form of human trafficking. So, what is human trafficking? Well, it is defined as the action of recruiting, transporting, or harbouring of persons. This is often done through force, deception, and blackmail. 21 million people are victims to human trafficking. That is 3 out of every 1,000 people worldwide. The Asia-Pacific region accounts for the largest number of forced labourers in the world, with a total of 11.7 million victims. The types of human trafficking are sexual exploitation of women, forced labour, and commercial sexual exploitation of children in tourism. Millions of women like me are being trafficked all around the world. 11.4 million females, as compared to 9.5 million males, are being trafficked. As a victim of human trafficking, I had little to no income. In the Asia-Pacific region, victims earn an estimated amount of only $13 per day. In human trafficking terms, the country I'm from is known as the source. Countries like these are where human traffickers commonly find and recruit people for their operations. During the process, I had to move through certain countries to get from one point to another. These countries are known as transit countries, which are chosen as they have weak border controls, and this makes it easier for traffickers to transport people. Lastly, the country which receives trafficking victims are known as destination countries. Fortunately, in 2017, when the ASEAN Convention Against Trafficking in Persons was put into force, participating countries started cracking down on traffickers. With the help of the respective governments, I was rescued. Besides that, ASEAN also uses the Trafficking in Persons report to show a global outlook of human trafficking. Each country is placed into one of the 3 tiers based on the extent of their government's efforts. Countries whose government fully meet the Trafficking Victims Protection Act's minimum standard will be placed under Tier 1. Countries whose government do not fully meet the Act standard but are making significant efforts to meet those standards will be placed under Tier 2. Countries in Tier 3 do not fully meet the minimum standards and are not making significant efforts to do so. ASEAN's efforts have enabled victims like myself to be free from human trafficking. Unfortunately, there are other people who are at risk of being trafficked. These people are potentially refugees and those who are stateless. In total, 67.75 million people fall under that category. Not only do we need to help current victims, but those who are at risk of being one as well. I wish that ASEAN can put a stop to human trafficking, and in the future, there won't be a need to showcase such staggering numbers. Nobody should fall victim to human trafficking.